Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, back with more Biomutant. We've eradicated all the tribes, so now it's time to talk to Out of Date and see where we stand as far as the narrative is concerned. Also, a little tidbit, you do not have to hold down the X button to glide, just hold it down until you start gliding and then you can let it go. A lot less stress put on your X button there. Oh, Out of Date!
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand. The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war. He guessed someone with your dark perspective and key would prioritize resolving the tribe war before facing the World Eaters. Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over. Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough. You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater.
But of course I am.
The New World Order can only be achieved by someone with a dark perspective, even if that means letting the final World Eater attack the tree too.
Destroy the
Only
world.
time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end. Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet. He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's had urgent news from his friend Whiz in the northwest. He knows you're good-hearted enough to give Whiz the support he needs. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Whiz and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next.
When do any of the puff roars sound good?
Out of Date says that Whiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Whiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
And we shall see it done. For the world is mine.
Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. Seems surprised.
Very well. All right. Time to speak with Whiz, the Tinker Tonker. And now I'm being immediately reminded of God of War Ascension's Hecatonkeries, just because of the Tonker part. Luckily for me, I have a fast travel point everywhere. So that's where, okay, that's where we need to go. So what is this? The Jigglypuff is here. The Jumbo Puff is here. The Hoof Puff is here. And the Murky Puff is here. So, let's travel to Whiz and Boomstick. Wow, I haven't watched Death Battle in a minute. He's Whiz and I'm Boomstick. That put a little bit more stress on my throat than I originally intended. I might need to get myself some water. I mean, with as long as these loading screens go, I could run downstairs, get a water, and then be right back up before the game even continued. Just a reminder, this is a PS4 game, but I'm playing it on my PS5 because of 60 frames per second. What is that? What is this? What is this thing moving? A self-typing typewriter? Okay, that's not weird. That is not weird at all. Can I jump through this little glass? Yeah, I can. Whiz, Tinker Tonker.
Whiz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days.
This has got to be...
Says it's good to see you again. He's Whiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod?
I don't remember who you are!
Whiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Whiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go, but says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths.
My thing is, why is it only Goop and Out of Date are the ones that I recognize? Goop, Out of Date, and Gizmo. Everyone else, I have never seen any of you. Yet you call yourself my childhood friends and people you knew. Where y'all come from?
Preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Looper Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course.
Okay, so let me just talk about this. Why does Whiz look the most clean out of every single person here? Everyone here has either like tribal clothes on or post-apocalyptic clothes on, or just clothes that look like they're scrounged together. This is the only dude that looks like he saw Dexter's Laboratory and said, yep, I need my stuff to look that clean. This dude got nice slacks on, he's got nice shoes, he has shoes! This dude has nice shoes, gloves and goggles and a whole mad scientist overcoat and everything. The dude looks clean. Why doesn't everyone else have clothes that look this nice? I want revenge. Remember, we are dark and we are evil.
He feels you've deserved revenge because of how you were wronged. You've suffered enough to make him pay. Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate?
I make my own decisions.
Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Sad that the world is close to death. Wonders if he might be able to hold out a bit longer in an octopod. Wonders why you felt like kicking the world so hard when it was already down. Fascinated you wound up working with the Jackney. He thinks of them not as makers, but takers.
Leave me alone. I know what choice I've made. I have no regrets!
Just wishes they'd collect their own things instead of taking them from others. But that's not nearly as important as this. Whiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths, but there's something else down there too, gnawing at the tree of life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go-in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha Fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister.
Okay, what is all these made-up names? A mecha Fingro, a tug twister? Y'all are weird. What are with these things? What is a tug twister?
Getting that tool will help turn around the situation for sure. It'll definitely help him unshut the hatch.
Okay, look for a mecha Fingro at Mecha Stadium. Can y'all just say normal words? Stadium. We got a stadium. Let's go there. Get off of that ladder!
Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Whiz should be around here somewhere, probably taking care of his guppos. A surge surf factory was one of the cleaner ways to make power, until the surf turned into goo and clogged it all up, that is. The power comes from turning the movement of the surf into surge sparks. Sometimes science is beyond belief. There are sure to be more tracks around here, maybe by the shore.
Okay, here's the thing. This dude was... Where was this dude? An automated chessboard, lots of books in a library. In the library, you will find books of every shape and kind. In the library, the library. Okay, we gotta go quite a distance away, but luckily... I don't have a fast travel point here for Bionucleus 10D. But since my resistances are all at 100%, there is no place that can be locked away from me. So if I need to come back, I'll find a fast travel, but then again, at the end of the day, I kinda don't need it if I'm going to be traveling to that to the Mecha Stadium location, which more than likely is gonna have a fast travel there anyway, so... Yeah, I'm probably just overthinking it as usual. Okay, gang, you took long enough. Load up the game! That's better. Alright. That's the locations we got to go to. We got to go to. We got to go to. Look at this old creature. We got to get him too. We got to get him too. We got to get him too. I really hope one of them woodland creature things, monsters, tries to jump me. Please, please try to jump me. I beg of you, please try to jump me. I feel like it's been a while since I've been in a big old fight. Kyushu completely forgetting that he was just in a big old tribe war in the last part. Ah, there you are! You're the exact enemies I wanted to fight. Hold on. Let me just pause this so you guys can see this nightmare fuel in this game full of fluffy creatures. Yeah. Good luck getting that out of your mind anytime soon. Not to mention this thing as well. Yep. There are some nightmare fuel in this game. And be gone. Still need to work on taking out enemies with Super Wung Fu.
A pause place. Probably cleaned out, but you never know.
A pause place. A pause place. Of all the names you could have called it, pause place is what you go with. Okay. Sure. This game and its over-reliance on giving things weird names just because it's the post-apocalyptic future. You know, sir, it's not good to bite people. You're gonna stop doing that. Let me get my Wung Fu off. Ah, I kind of killed him too quickly. Luscious sumptuous. What in the world? Well, at least we took it out.
Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecha Stadium is near here.
No. How could you tell? I don't know about you guys, but I think this narrator might know how close we are. Locked tight. All right, let's find a way up. Oh, but you are gonna make it so I can't make my way in there through that way. All right, then we'll just go through the building normally. Any secret in the building? Any secrets in the building? I wonder what would happen if I could get my loot chance all the way up to 100%. I'm kind of working on that for my good Deadeye character, where I'm going to focus a lot into getting his critical hit chance all the way up. What? Hold on. What in the world?
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
What in the world? What type of topsy-turvy puzzle is this? Oh, I already don't like this puzzle. Yep, I don't like this puzzle. Because I can't even change the one that I want to change. What is going on? Why is it only changing certain ones when this one's supposed to change as well? This doesn't feel right. I don't know if it's just me, but something about this does not feel right. I can't even interact with the bottom ones. Yeah, something is off here. Like, if I'm going down here, if I can change this, and then go down here, and this still moves. Then I go here, and it moves the one above me. Then I go here, and it moves 2 spaces above me. Then I go here, and it moves 1 space above. Then I go here, and it moves that one all the way up here? No, something's off. Hold on. Something is way off. Hold on. Hold on. Let me save here. Something is not right, where I can't even complete this. I don't know about you guys, but something is way off. And I don't like it. I don't like it! I will say this though, sometimes the game will not properly load up interactions. So maybe it's fixed now. Yeah, okay. Okay. The game glitched out on me. That was weird. I'm glad I got that on camera. I'm glad I got that recorded because that was weird. So if you ever run into the game not quite acting right, save, then load it. Hey, it's the hand! So that's what it is. It's the mecha finger.
You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it.
I couldn't even see the strips because the strips are so small on the side of the actual boats themselves.
Let's hope it.
That's why it took me so many tries.
Into a helping hand, too.
All right, before we do anything though, get that bio blob. Get this bio blob.
Line up the switches so they match.
Is that not the right one? It is not. There we go. Now,
good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Okay, that was just an old world gadget that had absolutely no effect on anything concerning this. What's in here? Is there anything in here? Yes, I got red loot. Red loot. Ooh, it's a kukri. This weapon increases your armor score by 2% for every 10 unit of vitality. It's nice that there are some upgrades that make it so that you can have more health just by having more health. Alright, Mecha Fingro. This mechanical marvel is a one-of-a-kind mount. It even has a gun built in. To aim the weapon when mounted, press L2. While aiming, shoot. Ooh. But do you expect me to run all the way to Whiz? that's a long way. And if it's a one-of-a-kind mount, then I basically can just teleport over to him, can't I? And then just call the Mecha Finger over there when I'm ready. All right, so all I really had to do was just return to Whiz himself. I didn't necessarily need to. Okay, let's just look at this dude. Look at the drip on this dude. He is the cleanest looking person in this whole game. You know, aside from me.
He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need something slick.
I'm always slick.
Well, he means slick as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't argue against the fact your fur's shiny. He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out. He knows his old friend Choo-Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow. He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. The Merc Puff is crunching bark by the minute.
Tell me about the Perky Muff.
It's big enough to make waves beneath the surface, and that's a challenge in itself. But it also has a hard shell, so you need to target its head.
Alright, find Choo-Choo at the end of the line. Which is easy, since we have that location already marked. I've been to his place dozens of times already. Still missing one piece of superb loot around this place, I think. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I was just very quiet there for a moment. Choo-Choo!
Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him.
Why do you ride the rails?
Plane's rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life can roll your way. Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? He thinks you're on a dark path right now, but there's no reason you can't find a wheelhouse and get yourself turned around.
Ah, he likes train analogies.
Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them, and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, so give me the oil.
Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on?
My track is the right track. This dialogue can be so bloated and so long-winded. This is the reason why my videos last so long. Not trying to have a psychological profile here, just let me get back to it.
Likes your sureness, the way you keep at it like a chug-chug with no way to reverse. Feels like the world's on a runaway chug straight over a cliff. Says the world might have lasted longer if you hadn't stomped on the go pedal so hard.
I don't care what any of you have to say. I have no regrets about my decision to destroy the world.
They did an awful job of it. Took forever to get those bolts out. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo Choo.
Now? You introduce yourself?
Since the world started dying.
15 paragraphs in and now you tell me your name?
Regardless of the situation. Thinks that's fine, but there's no path in this world that's not been already made. He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though,
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. This dialogue, trying its best to be deep, it gets grating after a while. I cannot wait for them to curb that with the upcoming update, because Lord Jesus, this narrator and his inability to keep things short and get to the point immediately. This is one of the things that I kind of don't like about the game, is the fact that the dialogue, not the narrator himself, is not annoying, okay? I have no problems with the narrator's voice or anything, but the dialogue is so long-winded, it is so bloated, it is so brimming with self-importance, it feels like they want you to know that we want to sound as wise and as thought out as we possibly can. So let's fill every single piece of dialogue with long, drawn-out speeches that completely avoid the point until the very last sentence. Sit through 5 minutes of pointless exposition for 3 seconds of, oh, you just need to go here.
Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run.
I don't know! I don't care about how you think the rails are run! Stop talking! Sorry, that sounded very, very, very violent there. It was just that I'm tired of this man! And now I need to find another fast travel point because this is just simply too far. Oh, wait! Never mind, I can go right here. Never mind, I can go right here. My goodness. See, here's the thing. I tolerated this dialogue for like a couple of videos, but every single time I had to sit through these 5-minute long tech talk speeches and the dialogue concerning them, it really started to grate on me after a very long time. And after all this time, since we're nearing pretty much the end of the game, because we only have one more World Eater to deal with, and then there's pretty much nothing else, I don't think. I haven't looked up what missions come with what, but just hearing this dialogue constantly, over and over. I mean, even in dialogue-heavy games like Mass Effect, and not even so much games like Skyrim and stuff like that, it just feels like the dialogue for Biomutant is just overly bloated. Like they want to fill your head with, well, the choices we make along the way is what really guides our hands. But what is our hands, really, if not an extension of our bodies? And if not an extension of our bodies, then we need to consider that the sun and moon are there to be with us as we decide what fate has in store for us. Like that type of dialogue, that is exactly what the dialogue for this game is. And it gets...
Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever.
See, why can't all of his dialogues be that short? And if not be that short for when we're talking to characters, at least make it so I don't have to sit through 5 minutes of you telling me the world is going down and it's your fault. Anyway, let's move on to the next objective. Why can't it just be that simple? It's not hard. I don't want to listen to 500 hours of dialogue and speeches all day. But at least I'm fighting now. Is that everyone? Looks like it. Now we have to find our way back up again. Which I'm perfectly content with. At least there's no more dialogue. Whew. Yes, I'm sure those are nice looking clothes. But that's not why we're here. You'll all be dead before you reloaded. Woo! That is what you call winning with overwhelming force. Let's get that bio blob. Give that bio a good old blob. Yeah, boy. Alright, Wung Fu. You're all dead! Oh my god, mo shinderu! I'm gonna get this trophy for killing enemies with 50 enemies with Wung Fu at some point. I know I am. That's probably the only thing that's gonna take the longest for me. Alright, this puzzle better act right. Okay, good. This might be a little bit of a long part since we're doing this job for Wiz Khalifa here. Oh great, another one of these. It's a good thing I put all those points into intellect. Wait, was that it? Wait, was that it? Is this what I needed to get from here? And then just open the gate again just to, was that it? All right, we're too far underground. We can't fast travel from here. I'm sure there are some superb loot around here, but I'm not interested in that. Jojo! Give me what I need so I can move on! I leaned back in my chair a little bit too far there. If I have to sit through 5 more minutes of dialogue.
Choo Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason, but he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free.
See, this type of speech, this type of talking,
spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck.
this dialogue just goes on forever. And I play Persona 5 Royal, and that is a dialogue-heavy game. Yet it never annoys me to this point. It never annoys me to the point where, can you just stop talking so we can get back to the action, please? Persona 5 Royal is completely different from this game in terms of how the dialogue conveys things.
Like something squeaky in need of greasing or an ointment to ease the pain in these dark times in general. Choo-Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good.
Okay.
Seems glad you think so. You're on the... Choo-Choo
I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting to the point where I just don't want to hear anyone talk because the dialogue isn't exactly pushing the narrative along for me. This is just how I feel. Can I just be real with you guys? I feel like the dialogue in this game just takes away from pretty much everything else of the game. Not like I said, I don't have a problem with the narrator, but the dialogue ain't doing nothing for me. Ain't nothing sticking.
Understands you have things to do.
Why can't all of these sentences just be this short? It's a weapon. This grease sprinkler is a weapon. Return to Choo-Choo. Why? Why? I think I might be hitting a breaking point here. Why are we talking to Choo-Choo again? We needed the grease sprinkler and that just to go see Whiz. Why are we speaking to Choo-Choo again? I took my hands off my controller. I got my hands on my face right now. Why? Why? I don't want to talk to Choo-Choo again. I don't want to speak to him.
You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo-Choo has no use for it now. Choo-Choo says he feels strongly about helping his next, just like you did for him. He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the wrong train will take you to the right place. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Says he can't see the end.
Stop giving me dialogue options to make him speak longer.
Enjoy an easier ride. Choo-Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that thing must be, and no rails needed. Bets it could fly circles around any chug yard. Makes him dizzy to think about it. With the world ending and all the chugs going with it, it's fun to think about what kinds of yards the Ark could take you to instead. Hopes you'll be careful with the Ark. That's the last one around these parts. Wonders who you might call aboard the Ark with you.
So what we have here is someone looking for a way.
You're not coming with me! No, it doesn't. No. We are not discussing this. Choo-Choo was the breaking point for me. No one is coming with me on the Ark except for Gizmo. That's it. Be gone, Choo-Choo. Leave me alone.
Better to ride the Ark with you, if that's possible. Choo-Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave.
That's all for now. Tired of you, Choo-Choo. I'm leaving you, Choo-Choo. Leave me alone, Choo-Choo. I have never been so annoyed with a furry creature in all of my days of playing video games. Ever. Just sitting through this dialogue with Choo-Choo, it actually kind of broke. It was the breaking point for me. I'm sorry, but this dialogue, I just can't take it anymore. But I can't rush through any of it because it's most of it is story oriented. Unless it tells me to get out of a conversation. But I feel something in me that is just so done with listening to these creatures talk. I'm sorry. This is no disrespect to the developers. This is no disrespect to the narrator. I'm just tired of hearing these animals talk. Please, let this console patch come soon so I can stop listening to little creature gibberish. Please.
Whiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed.
Armed with what? You better not tell me to go speak to someone else because I am tired of speaking to people.
He's happy to tell you that the cannon he's been working on now just needs ammunition. He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyros. If you're fast, you have a shot at catching some of them before they go off.
Where can I find them?
Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate description considering most of the pyros are duds, seeing as they're as old as the old world.
So, what does the duff have to do with anything, though? If that is supposed to be a translation for dud, then why not just call it Puff Dud Bluff? There better be a fast travel point close to Boom. There's no fast travel point that's close enough? Why? Why can't every place have a fast travel point? Fine. Alright, how far are we? 500. Alright, let's just run all the way over there. Alright, let's get on the main road because then it'll just take us straight there. I'm really sorry. Please, you have to forgive me if I just got really fed up with hearing the dialogue in this game. It's just that this has been a grating thing for me. This isn't just something that I've had to listen to during these parts that I've been uploading for you guys, but it has to do with me having to listen to this over and over and over again. Off camera as well, especially when I did side quests and the extra. Who told you could block me? Die! Oh wow, already dead. That works for me. Alright, let's go ahead and get this last bit that we need. And then we'll call it apart. It's already getting close to an hour already. Man, it's already getting close to an hour of recording this. Time flies when you're having fun and getting loud and irate over constant,
that looks like an
annoying
unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off.
I'm just gonna run around in circles. Alright, we got what we need. Let me just crack this baby open. Area complete. And let me catch you. Kill creature! Maximum Dark. Alright, we have what we need. Let's get back to Whiz. Please let this be it. Wiz Khalifa! I got the part you need. Let's go ahead and bring this to a big old close. Oh, so you're just gonna drop it in there? You're not gonna secure it? You're just gonna leave it in there like that?
It will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the Merc Puff where it counts. You should aim for the head. That's the Merc Puff's weak spot. Thinking doesn't seem to be his strong point. Whiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos, scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the Merc Puff in particular. Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. Find Gil and he'll be able to tell you where to find the guppos.
We're not done. I want to bring this to a close because I don't want to deal with preparing for the Merc Puff in the next video. I want the next video to be me defeating the Merc Puff and then finishing everything up. So this may be a bit of a long part, but I'm willing to deal with that if it means I don't have to deal with any more of these fetch quests again. See, here's the thing. It's not the quests themselves. It's the dialogue that's linked to it. It's just so long-winded that it makes doing anything just feels extra long. That's just the thing. That's the thing. All right. You better not take 5 minutes to get your point across. There's a live fish on your back. Is there any particular reason for that?
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you.
I didn't wash up. I walked up.
Claims to have been born swimming, but he must flap-flop clear of it during these dark days. It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. But which way are you going now? With the flow or against? Once you see which way the waters flow, it's a lot easier to go where they're going, even if that's over the edge of the world. Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty. Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a wave than let the perfect one pass you by. Wonders who would want to. The right wave takes you where you want to go. Figures he's ridden his last wave, though, what with the world coming to an end. Doesn't understand why you made the goo gooier. Can't stomach how you hang with the Jagni. They keep so much... Claims they have way more than they need, and the rest of the world suffers for it. But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right? He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there. Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills. He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison. Figures you're right, but that doesn't mean he has to drink that. His friend Whiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in the right direction. But here,
you see how long it took him to get to the main matter of what Whiz needed? You see how long that took?
At least the ones that aren't already rotting. If you head in the right direction, you'll find a clean enough bit of surf to snag yourself some guppos. Then you can get them to Whiz for whatever he has in mind.
It took him how many sentences for him to get to the main matter of why we showed up? We got his life story, his likes and dislikes. He likes to go on long walks on the beach, while I'm just trying to get the fish from that beach, and you take 5 hours just to get to the main matter of which I need to come to you for? That's why I was quiet. Quiet the entire time you was talking, because I was going to do this the whole time. And now we need to go 5 hours in the opposite direction just to get to another location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the last fortress we took down, and then just glide to where I need to. Because this game, when it gives you fast travel points, it is so randomly placed how they are. Like, it's odd how some of these fast travel points are placed in strategic locations, and then some of them are just placed so far away from where you need to go that you have absolutely no choice but to travel all the way to one full-on location. Now, I've been to this place already. Yet for some, why don't all locations have a fast travel point linked to them? Like I told you, this is going to be a bit of a long part. Because I don't want to go through this again. Easy peasy. Are those the fishes I need? I gotta get them when they jump in the air. Oh, great. RNG. So now I gotta wait for you to jump. And... Okay, so the swing arc for when you're using your little net should be a little bit wider. Oh! Stop moving! Hold still, you disgusting fish. Finally! Here's my thing. If the strong fist gets upgraded, why not make it so it takes less hits to break down a wall? Just a thought. But if it gets upgraded, that could be like, you know, a quality of life upgrade for it. It takes less hits for you to break down a wall with the clock fist. Just like it should take less time to pry open a door with an upgraded claw bar. Like I said, just a thought. Two-handed slash legendary Moo Blade. Knocks smaller enemies to the ground when hit. So this is a small enemy stagger part. I'll take it. Okay. We still need to find our way out of here. Once we get back to Whiz, that better be it. We got the ammunition now, so we shouldn't have to build on anything else. I hope. Oh, I hope. Free fall areas. You entered a free fall area. You move differently here. Wow. Several parts in, and this is the first time I run into it. You ascend by pressing X. You descend by pressing circle. So, is there more than one? And here's the last bit of loot. And there should be one more. Ooh, what is this? Plug plate. It just increases armor. It doesn't increase critical hit chance. Oh, well. And this should be the last old world gadget that we have to fix. And we're golden. Time to go. Alright, now we're done. Let's get back to Whiz. Whew! Boy, does that feel like it's taking a long time. These loading screens give me time to check my stocks and bonds.
That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition. He's surprised the Merc-Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the Merc-Puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed. This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the others. He's sure there's enough time to confront the Merc-Puff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters.
All right. Octopod. Use normal movement controls while in the octopod to boost. So you're just going to drop me in here, which means this is where we're going to draw this to a close. Use normal movement controls while in the octopod. To boost, press L3. To dodge incoming attacks, press circle. To charge up an attack, hold square. And to launch rockets, press R2. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to draw to close for today. Whew, this was such a long-winded part. Sorry, the dialogue is just what really annoyed me in this part right now. But, with that being said, we only have one more Puff World Eater to, take care of, and then hopefully that means that the end of the world is at hand. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!